with multiple parties.
Small
I was expecting something totally.
Oh,
Yeah. Captain is doing it.
Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday.
No.
No. Then bonus system made all because people have received salaries and so they are entering the weekend. Today is payday, 31st. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
please,
okay.
please
Don't worry.
embrace it, embrace the system. I'm sure your alert has come. And so this weekend, Friday, and now Friday,
if
fantastic.
Somebody is just saying Fridays we don't advise people.
No, you're 20 for Friday. Now, what
Oh,
you for
really?
Friday? No, don't try. You don't advise people on Fridays. So I don't know why the chief is advising us on a Friday because on Fridays the talk me enyala odo misses ya me the people now miss enyala
Read there. You catch there.
Captain, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're one of the busiest men I've seen in this past couple of weeks because of the cases in courts and all that is happening. And now LGBTQ will have televised. Atoforsen will have televised. It looks like you're bringing the courts to the people.
The CJ approved the Atoforsen.
Well, that AG says we don't have a problem.
They say they
So,
don't,
as
they
for
are
it,
not
they
going
do
to
not
object.
oppose.
Yeah. So we even make it day after day, back to back.
It made it very easy for the Chief Justice, but of course it's an administrative decision that the Chief Justice will have to make. So as and when they look at all the issues surrounding it, and then we'll have to take it as to whether it's a public interest case, that it has some element of public interest.
As it stands now, whether you like it or
There's
not.
nothing you can do.
In fact, the case itself is a public case. It's not about public interest. It's a public case. Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
the
Ghanaians
CJ will
have
have
carried
to.
it.
Yes.
The CJ will have to make that decision. So we'll look forward
Please,
to.
I know it's Ghanaian, so I'm just playing and saying
You know it's what.
I said
She had to
Ghanaians.
just
I
take
deliberately
Ghanaians.
said
Ghanaians.
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 You know that people say that. And then
yes.
I just
And you know what?
notified.
It's
listeners that
interesting.
It's a player they play.
Seth, thank you so much. You know, now I can worry you. Seth, the way she's doing to me, what here. MC Dollar Lot on Facebook says, nah, the landlady. She and then Senior Sly says, Ghanaians, let's think like Nkrumah, fight like Rollins, lead like Atamils, build like John Mahama, don't destroy like Akufo-Addo. Oh, and don't lie like Baumia. Oh, Anyami, don't trust someone who lies to you. Reject MPP and Baumia. Coming elections. Sly, GT in Accra. From Greater Accra. Sly, I don't poke. Oh, yeah. But please, Seth and MC Dollar, please come and deal with now for me, because she's really doing me small on the show
What
like
about
that. Yeah. Captain
What did
Joshua.
So the decision, the onus finally lies with the CJ to
Absolutely.
decide on the televised one. But in a case where both parties seem to have agreed, basically, on having it televised.
Yes, so that's why this one is an administrative decision. If
Right.
we come to the courtroom proper, where most of the actions do happen, once an application or request is made and the other party do not oppose to it, it's straightforward. It is granted.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I've not seen a situation whereby an applicant files something and the other party did not oppose to it and the court did not grant. So it's always it's when there's an opposition that the court will have to weigh the options and exercise discretion in the interest of the larger community and all that. But in relation to this one, the Deputy Attorney General Alfred Chiayi indicated clearly yesterday to Natalie that look, we do not oppose to that, we welcome that, and even if that will be so, we are even going to ask for a day-to-day hearing of the matter. So for now, and for what I do know, I don't know so much about the administrative measures, but what I do know is that when a request is put in, the other party have no issues with it. It is allowed.
It's allowed.
Yes, it's allowed.
It's quite interesting. And with the kind of public interest in this particular case, I'm just wondering what will happen when finally the decision is arrived at and we have to have this play in the public domain. Because now, whether I like it or not, it's assumed that public
of course, even before
dimension.
It took the dimension in which it has become now. It's a lot of people are following, because you are dealing with a minority leader. You are dealing with somebody in parliament who has a whole over how many people, minority MPs do you have now?
137.
He's leading 137 people, and also his constituents. And so you know that it is not a case that we all know. It's a political matter, and to be dealt with politically. That one, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
But the court is saying that do your politics outside, and then leave what happened in the court to the court to decide. So
And that's the difficulty for me. Doing the politics outside and allowing court to play out, whether you like it or not. Because we have a system where currently we've had an audio that was not played in court, but rather played in the public domain.
As for the audio, it's not the subject matter of what is happening in court. The such time that it is put before the court will always tell you that it deals with matters before it.
Yeah.
So that is why, in a case, even in the jury trials, where the court will tell you that all that have been said, the radio, televisions, newspapers have published, you haven't seen it, you haven't heard it, you haven't read it. Focus on only
what is before the court.
Before the court and what is said in court and all that. So
Yeah.
that is how the court works. And so on such time that this whole thing will become part of them. And of course, even the Mr. Richard Jakpa and his lawyers are saying that, look, the Attorney General initiated this action, and due to what has happened and what is happening, strike out the charges, terminate the trial, stay proceedings, let our client walk free.
Yeah.
Because there's no justice in there, nothing will be said. So that is what is happening. A lot are happening.
You know what?
related
And
to this.
when the lawyers for the first accused, Dr. Kaselatu Forsen, made that proposal, in fact, when they petitioned for that, let's listen to the Deputy Attorney General's response to the proposal for the televised hearing of the case.
It's not confirmed. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that the Attorney General is very resolute, very firm, very healthy, undertaking his duties as an Attorney General. He's currently out of jurisdiction, and very soon he'll be back to continue his duties as an Attorney General of the Republic. Oh, we are in court, and cases of this nature are fought in court. We have closed our case matter. The first accused person has closed his case. The third accused person is in the witness stand undergoing cross-examination. So that's where our focus is.
The NDC wants him to resign or recuse himself. What do you say to that?
There is no basis, my brother. The audios have, if there are any, have nothing to do with what we are doing in court. And the judge yesterday made it known to all of us that what we are doing in court is different from what we are doing in the public space. That's political. Our focus is to do what we are supposed to do in court for it to get to the end of this matter. The Attorney General is very reasonable, very firm, very healthy.
So that's Tia Ebua, Alfred Tia Ebua, the Deputy Attorney General. It says Attorney General is very resolute. In fact, one of the things he also added was the fact that they don't really, televised is not a problem for them. Because they believe strongly that the Attorney General has nothing to hide.
They felt that once, the Attorney General look at issues that come, investigations, assess the document, look at the charges, look at the evidence. And if the AG is convinced that there's a case for somebody to answer, then he filed the charges at the court. It doesn't mean that when the charges are filed, the Attorney General will have his way or its way into the whole matter. The court will then have to investigate. That's why they call witnesses to come. So your witnesses come, testify, then the accused person will also come in and also respond. That is if the court is of the view that there is a prima facie for evidence established. So it's a two-way affair. You are alleging. You have to come and prove why you are alleging. Once you are able to succeed, then conviction is secured. But once you don't succeed, the accused person walks free. But in situations like this, the liberty of an accused person is very, very paramount. The accused persons are as innocent as you and I. They are they are innocent until proven guilty. So at all material times, you need to treat them as persons who are innocent until such time that
The determination is made. Right.
So in relation to this very case, it has taken another dimension that will be very, very interesting. But it will also be very, very difficult for the judge. Just if you say Saribucho is a very strong woman. I know. I'm saying that based on what I have seen. She's not a judge that you can easily have your way around her. She's very, very tough to deal with. Very, very difficult.
The last time she dealt with Sami Jemfi.
Yes, the last time. And Sami Jemfi also stood his ground. In fact, it was that's where you saw the exchanges. He took it, you give it to me. I also tried to explain the situation and then the circumstances. Sami Jemfi wanted the court to understand the context in which he was speaking. But the court is also of the view that, look, if you want to do your politics, know the boundaries. Don't bring it to the court. Leave the court to do its work. He said, yours truly is the only one to take a decision or to determine this matter and not anybody else. So don't take what belongs to her away. Give her that particular respect. Give her that particular authority, because she is deciding. She's listening to all the parties, and at the end of the day, she'll have to decide on the matter. So that's where we are now. So on Tuesday, that case will be coming out.
On Tuesday,
we are
very,
seeing
very
all
interesting
these
Tuesday.
applications coming out and all that. So it'll be very interesting what will happen next week when the matter comes up.
Okay, so Ofosu Ampofo, I mean, his leak tape audio and the saga is still continuing in court.
Yes. Yesterday, before Justice Samuel Esiedu, Justice Samuel Esiedu is now a justice of the Supreme Court. So he's sitting as an additional High Court judge, or with additional responsibility as a High Court judge. And so this matter came up, and what we're expecting yesterday was that Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, the former chairman of the NDC, will step into the witness box and open his defense. You know that they've been charged for conspiracy. He and Anthony Kweku-Buahin, deputy communication officer of the NDC, have been charged together for conspiracy to cause harm. It's been alleged that they were conspiring to, as it were, assault the chairperson of the Electoral Commission and the Peace Council. Then also count of assault, each of them. And they pleaded not guilty. The prosecution called three witnesses, and then they have closed their case. So the court is of the view that there's a prima facie evidence for the two accused persons to respond to. So it's been fought and back. Samuel Ofosu Ampofo have been out of the country on health grounds, but unfortunately he's back in the country. Yesterday, the court was expecting that he'll be in and then mount the witness box, but his lawyers, led by Tony Later, indicated to the court that yes, he was willing to come to court, but the day before yesterday, when he reached out to him for him to come so that they prepare for yesterday's sitting, then it came out that he's aggravated his leg. So you know that he had a surgery outside the country, and then came back. So he's aggravated the leg. The leg is swollen, and then spoken to the doctors, and they say that within 2 weeks was present in court. Yes, and with his lawyer, led by Dr. Abdul Basit Bamba. Yeah.
Very well. So let's talk about the SNET OBS case. I mean, the investigator is still in the witness.
Yes, the 10th prosecution witness, and once the prosecution calls the investigator, it tells you one thing: they are about to close their case. So the investigator is the one who had more or less interacted with all the accused persons, have had something to do with all the matter in court. So he's a very key witness in relation to this one. So if you take out the first accused person, normally who's become the star witness or something like that, the investigator is very, very key in this whole matter. So he's in the witness box. He has given his evidence in chief, and currently he's been subjected to cross-examination by lawyers of Ernest Thompson, the former Director General of SNIT. Currently, then his lawyer is lawyer Samuel Kodjo. So today at 9 o'clock, Justice Henry Anthony Kofi, a justice of the Supreme Court, who is sitting with additional responsibility as a High Court judge, is the one presiding over the case. And Justice Henry Anthony Kofi is also the president of the Association of Magistrates and Judges. So that case is on at 9 o'clock at the High Court, Criminal Court 5.
Quite interesting, and definitely we'll keep an eye on that one too. But let's talk about James Jachikwesin. I mean, the MP. It's like it's not over until it's over.
So this June will be 1 year when he was sworn in, when he won the by-election or was sworn in subsequently. So he was in court yesterday, and again, prosecution is calling witnesses. The fifth prosecution witness was in court. In this case, he happened to be the investigator. So once the investigator is done, the case closed. He has started to take processes to have his witness statement adopted. Sorry. So in court, there are two ways in which you can do things. Witness statement are adopted, and exhibits are attended in evidence and all that. So he's in the process of having his witness statement adopted by the court. That is after lawyers of Mr. Jachikwesi, led by Chatwichi Kata, raised objection to certain portions of the document that he was about to rely on. Justice Marianne Yusu was expected yesterday to rule on that objection that was raised by Mr. Chikata. But when the matter came up, the parties met the judge in chambers. It was held in camera, so we don't have the opportunity to know whatever they discuss within or in chambers or in camera. But what we do know is that that case has been adjourned to July 8th, and on July 8th the court will sit, and then we'll know what will happen. The understanding is also that James Jachikwesi is expected to travel out of the country to seek some medical health. It's also part of the request that they are putting before the court. So the court is asking for a formal motion in relation to that. Then a determination will be made. But as we speak, that case will have to come back to court, or it will call again on July 8th.
Right. And so what are we to look forward to in court?
Yes, today, like I mentioned, the Senate OBS is on, but our focus for today will be the enrollment of new lawyers. Okay. Yeah, the Chief Justice is swearing in some new lawyers, including Amma Governor. That lady is in there.
Yes.
After forth and back, she missed the boat last October. The main court, she missed it. They directed that she should do certain things, and she has satisfied the requirements now. So 180.
She finally be called to the bar.
So after today, she can beat her chest and say that I am a lawyer.
Called to the Ghanaian bar.
Called to the Ghanaian bar. She can just after her intention, after you're called to the bar, you do more like an internship with the chamber, which you are assigned to for a period of about 6 months before officially you are given your license to operate. So at this particular point in time, you'll be with your seniors, learning under their feet and all that. So today, I'm a governor, will be called to the bar. The Chief Justice will call. And called to the bar is that you are in the queue, and then they mention your name, Kodjo Mensah, come to your certificate.
Allah, Esquire.
So now you have Esquire to your name, so you've been called. So I'm a governor today, together with some 180 others, expected to be added to the pool of lawyers in this country. So that ceremony is coming on at 9:30 at Accra International Conference Center. The Chief Justice, she is the leader of the General Legal Council, the institution that grants licenses or that regulate legal education in Ghana. So she and her elders, I must put it that way, will be performing that function today. So that's what we do expect to happen today, and that's our focus for the day. Monday, we'll bring you all the ins and outs of that particular thing. But of course, on our bulletins today, we'll have them.
Definitely. El Capitano.
Hey, Joshua Kodjo Mensah.
Thank you so much for bringing us all that is up. Oh, yes, I'm trying.
When you get missing, I'll buy one.
You buy one. Thank you so much, Murtala Inusah, for bringing us updates. He's our man in court, EIB's legal affairs correspondent, telling us exactly what's happening in court and what we should also look out for. And so definitely we'll be keeping an eye on that. It's 51 minutes past 7 right here on a Friday morning, the 31st day of May 2024 on Starr 103.5 FM. We'll go for a quick breather, but when we do come, it will be an amazing one. We'll have conversations, and we'll also ensure that we bring you some good spot of music as you drive on your way to work, on your way to wherever you're going this morning. We have some beautiful tunes to make sure that you get there and get there in the best of ways.